Hi everyone, myself Pratik. Today I welcome you all for my YouTube channel. In this video, I would like to discuss about the company which is coming up with an IPO on November 8th, closes on November 10th. So the company is known as 197 Communication Limited. So which we usually call it as Paytm. So why this company is coming up with an IPO? So what is an issue price? When it's going to be listed on the stock market? And what is the financial figures? What is the company current positions at this point of time? Nextly, what is the future outlook for the company? Next, what is the industry perspective? And a lot of things which I will be discussing in this video. Please watch this video till the end to get to know how does the Paytm is valuing and how does Paytm is going to deserve that valuation, whether I can invest or not. I'll be discussing all those things in this video. Please be with me for throughout the video so that you'll be getting to know the facts and figures about the Paytm. Firstly, the Paytm is one of the company which is offering a payment services and the financial services and the commerce and cloud services. So the Paytm is accounts almost 337 million users and also 22 million merchants. So this what you can see. So in India, almost 500 million users are using the internet. So think about in 500 million, 337 million people are getting captured by Paytm. Think about the market share which the Paytm is having. So by this we can able to identify. So the Paytm is a market leader in fintech space. By this you could able to understand the Paytm is holding a majority stake in the fintech space. So next, let us concentrate on what are the products and services which the company is giving and also how the journey of the Paytm has been started and what is the current condition. Before getting into the products and service, let me explain you about the IPO details which the company Paytm is coming up. So the issue is opening at November 8th and it closes on November 10th. So the price band of this is 2080 to 2150 equity per share. So this is the price band where you can invest. So minimum you have to invest one lot, which almost 6 shares will be there in that. So it accounts around 12,900 rupees. So maximum you can invest around 15 lots, almost 19 share. It accounts almost 1,93,500 rupees. So issue size is almost 18,300 crores, which is a huge. So in India, it is one of the biggest IPO which is coming up in Indian markets, which is going to suck many liquidity from the secondary market is going to go into this company. In this present environment of IPO which is going on, which has been subscribed almost 80 times, 90 times, 100 times. So I don't have any kind of a worry that Paytm is not going to receive that fund. Paytm is not going to get that fund. So the Paytm will be getting subscribed because of the IPO things. IPO mania is going on. So in the fresh issue, they are issuing almost 8,300 crores. Offer for sale is 10,000 crores. So this Paytm will be listed on November 18 on BSE and NSE. So this is the IPO details which I will be sharing with you. So nextly, let us go to the products and services which the company is offering. So the products and services which the company is offering is the payment services, so the commerce and cloud services and the financial services. So the Paytm has been launched on 2009. So in the 2012 they have launched a Paytm gateway, payment gateway. So in the 2014 they have launched a Paytm wallet, so which we usually use PhonePe wallet, Paytm wallet. So like this, the wallets have been introduced by Paytm in 2014 itself. In 2015 they have introduced the QR code and bill payments. So in that they have also introduced something called as a movie tickets. So this comes under a products and service category of commerce and cloud services, so which they are offering. So in the flight ticketing, the flight tickets have been introduced in 2016. In 2017 they came up with the financial services, something called as the Paytm Payments Bank and Paytm Gold FASTag, and they have also come up with the cloud and commerce services, something called as events and ticketing. So in 2018 they have come up with the Paytm games in 2019 Soundbox, so which you will usually see in the any kind of a shops where you will going to pay an amount, you're going to receive a sound, the payment has been received. In 2020, so all kind of a POS, QR code and point of sales gateway activity have been taken place. And 2021, this is an interesting year for a Paytm company where they came up into the financial services, something called as a equity market derivative F&O, so and also came up with the smart POS services. So this is the journey of the Paytm, which coming from 2009 to 2021. It's almost 12 years of journey for the Paytm company, which they are offering different kind of a production services. So how the Paytm company is generating a revenue from the production services from the company? So I'll be sharing that details with you in the next part of the video. So as you can see in the right side, in the payment services, where you can see the recharge and bill payments, so which has been offered by the subsidiary called 197 Communication Limited. So and also with through the Paytm Payments Bank services. So it also, how the revenue will be generated from this is, so merchant will be charged a processing fees, the consumer will be charged a convenience fees. By this they could actually generate a revenue for Paytm. So like this you can able to see in the commerce and cloud, here you can see the games. So in the games, the subsidiary which is offering these services is called the Paytm First Games Private Limited. So consumer will be charged a platform fees and merchant will be charged a hosting commission. So by this their company is generating a revenue for the company. So there are many kind of a subsidiaries which is there in the Paytm, almost 32 subsidiaries which is there in the Paytm, 15 in India and 17 in foreign. So by this you could able to understand how the Paytm is being established and diversified its portfolio in different kind of services. Nextly I want to talk about the revenue picture. So how much revenue which is being taken in the different kind of products and services. So when you come to the revenue picture of services which is given by the Paytm, so the payment and financial services, where in that, so the payment services to the consumer is in the downtrend from 2019 to 2021 from 10,850 levels to 9,692. So in the payment services to merchant, it is in the increasing trend from 4,860 millions to 10,116 million. So in the financial services, it is on the stagnant space. So overall total payments and financial services which is in the increasing trend, but the payment services to the consumer, it is in the decreasing trend, which is one of the negative point. So next, in the commerce and cloud services, this is one of the very important thing which we have to focus on. So in the commerce things, where you can see a drastic downtrend from in the 2019, they were reporting a revenue of 11,950 million. So it has reduced to 2,452 million. So which is one of the thing which we have to keep it in mind. So total commerce and cloud services, which from 2019, which was delivering 15,365 to 6,932, which has been reduced by half. So by this, where you can see the revenue picture from reduced to 32,320 million to 28,002 million. So this is the revenue picture which is coming for Paytm. So I don't think the company has been growing steadily from the last 3 years. It is in the downtrend. So this is about the financial things. So in the next part, let us go to the financial picture, how the balance sheet is going to look, how the profit and loss statement is going to look. I'm going to take you and explain that in the observation which I found. So this is the financial statement which I am taking. So where you can see, so from the revenue from the operation from 2019 to 2021, so it is in the downtrend from 35,797 million to, so in the 2021 it has reported 31,868, from 35,797 to 31,868 million. It has reduced by 4,000 million. So please keep it in mind, the revenues are not increasing year on year, it is on a decreasing trend. So in the clouds and services space, which is one of the thing which is a laggard for the company, so the payment and financial services are increasing and the cloud and commerce services are decreasing. Nextly, one important thing which we should keep it in our mind, so the marketing and promotional expenses. So every company which they having a focus on increasing their market share, increasing their revenue picture, so they will focus on marketing and promotional things. But Paytm is not increasing their market and promotional things, they are decreasing their expenses in that. So from 34,083 million to, it has been reduced to 5,325 million. It has reduced drastically. So the Paytm expenses in marketing promotional things are reduced. So I'm really worried that the company, how they are going to sustain in the future with these competitions which they are facing by PhonePe, Google Pay, Bima UPI, and many other fintech companies are coming to the India. So which they are occupying the market share, occupying the people. If Paytm is not spending on the market and promotional things, definitely I don't think that the companies will going to be having a future in them. So since they are being told that the fresh issue, the amount which you will be getting from an IPO, they will going to use it for the purpose like general corporate purposes, and also they will going to use it for the marketing and promotional things. So for this reason, we could able to think that if the company is going to spend on that, so there may be a chance of the turning point for the Paytm. Still the Paytm is in the loss making. So in the 2019, the Paytm has reported a loss of 42,300 million. So it has now in the 2021 March, it has reported a 17,000 million loss. So the losses have been reduced because the expenses have reduced. Other than that, there is no problem. So this is the major problem with the company. There is no problem in the product and services. There is a problem in the financial statement, how they are going to monetize to report a good profits in the financial statement. Nextly, I would like to take you to the industry aspects. So in the industry aspect, how the industry is and what is the potential opportunity to growth in the future. I'll be discussing that in the next part of the video. So as you can see, in India, the internet is going to be increasing day on day. So in the future also, it may increase in the rapid pace of a many 20% CAGR. I'm expecting in the report also it is suggesting like that. So India is going to have an approximately 1 billion internet users by FY26. It is a forecast. So presently the access to the internet for the total population with the access to the internet is 650 million users. So it's going to increase to 950 million users by 2026. Almost it's having a 28% CAGR. So the smartphone users are 500 millions. It's going to increase to 800 millions in the next 5 years by the 10% CAGR. So the active internet users using social media, Google, and does not transact online is 400 million. So they will going to increase to 900 million in the time span of 5 years with a growth of CAGR of 16%. So this is one of the figures which I want to share with you guys. So next I want to share with you very important things related to the payment services. In the payment services, total digital payments by value currently is 19.6 US trillion dollar in 2018. So it's going to increase to 2026 by 40 US trillion dollar. Presently in FY21, it has reported 20.2 US trillion dollar. So from 2018 to 2021, it has seen a growth of CAGR of 1%. In the next 5 years, the industry is going to grow at a 17% CAGR. So what is the growth rate? What we can expect for Paytm? Since from the last 3 years, Paytm is in a downtrend. Do you expect the Paytm is going to report good profits, good revenue improvement in the next coming 5 years? What the projection which is showing in this picture? So it is one of the challenging thing in the challenging environment, like in the competition era. So whether the Paytm is going to generate that revenue in the future, I really don't know. I'm really scared about that. So next picture which I want to show you about is that the financial services figures. So household debt percentage of GDP, which accounts 11% in India and 56% in China, and US is 75%. It is under penetrated market, and the credit card utilization is also 4% in India and 53 in China and 328% in US. By this you could able to understand how India is very under penetrated market in all this kind of a scenario, where insurance is also 3.8% is still under penetrated. The population participating in stock market is only 3%, and in China is 13%, in US is 55%. So by seeing these figures, what you can understand is that only 3% of the peoples are in the stock market. What about the other percentage of peoples? What we can, if you compare with China, if you compare with the US, at least if 10, 15%, 20% the peoples are coming to the stock market, means think about the money which is coming to the stock market. It's a huge chunk of money is going to come into the stock market, which is going to boom the stock market like anything. So by seeing all these figures, what I can understand is that India is one of the under penetrated market, which is having a lot of potential to grow. So in this all kind of a category like household debt, credit card penetration, insurance space, in the stock market space, and in the retail mutual fund also. So by this industry analysis, what I would like to feel is that the industry in the payment and financial services and all these things is going to grow at the rapid pace in the next 5 years. So whether Paytm as a market leader is going to take that market share and increase their revenue, increase their profitability, is one of the question mark for me. So by analyzing the facts and figures of the Paytm IPO, what really I think is that I will not be investing in this company. So because I want to see, so in the next coming years after listing in the stock market, how they are going to utilize that money to make sure that the company is going to stay into the profitable position from the negative loss, to how they are going to convert into the profitable for the company. I'm very much interested to see that if they are coming to the profitable position, I definitely see this company in the future. So to look at to expand my portfolio into this company. Presently in this IPO, I am not an investor. I am not suggesting to not to do investment or do investment. It's your wish. You have to take the call. I have given a facts and figures for you all guys. It's you guys have to decide. You consult your financial planner or financial advisor and get to know whether you want to invest or not. It's your wish. So by this video, I'm ending up. In the next videos and all, I'll be coming up with the fundamental analysis of different companies IPO. So till then, thank you all.